With the NBA draft right around the corner, I mean literally right around the corner, 2K decided that they're going to drop the next set a day early. Instead of Friday, we're going to get a Thursday drop, which honestly is huge. So here's the next set in all of its glory right here. Honestly, pretty true to what we kind of all expected it to be, though I'll be honest, I did not expect End Game Paolo Banchero, though he was the first overall pick, so that makes sense. But if you had told me at the beginning of this year that the second endgame card we were going to get was Paolo, I would have said, you're wrong. But look at me being wrong. So we got Paolo, we got two different Victors, which I guess one Invincible Wembanyama already is crazy. That is nuts. I wonder if he's going to be available for straight up purchase. I would say it's very, very possible. Then we got Brandon Miller out here. He plays shooting guard. That's what's up. We got Jarace Walker, Cam Whitmore, Grady Dick, love that name, that's fantastic. Anthony Black, Kassan Wallace, Kassan? I think it's Kaysen, right? Kaysen Wallace? I don't know, dude. I don't know these players, I'll be honest. Oscar Thompson, that's a really cool first name. And Amen Thompson, are they twins? That's dope. You can tell how much I paid attention to college hoops this year. In addition to that, we got Keontae George, which that's just a very NBA player name, to be honest. Jabari Smith, Invincible. Evan Mobley, Invincible. Cade, Jalen Williams, and Invincible Walker Kessler, which I did not expect. So let's go through the cards and let's talk about him a little bit. We'll start with Cade. 6'8", 7'1" wingspan. He'll be a really, really good point guard. Like, he will. I don't know if they change his release. I mean, honestly, all they're really going to change on this card is obviously they're going to boost defensive stats for sure and defensive badges and boost the tendencies. But other than that, I think the card's going to be relatively the same. So if you used the high-res Cade, expect to just basically use a slightly improved version of this card. So I don't think there's really anything crazy to say about Cade. I personally think his jump shot's okay. Some people hate it. I think it's fine. I mean, if they want to change it and give him, like, I don't know, it doesn't matter, another, like, pretty okay generic point guard release, then they can do that, but it's really just kind of on them. And I think they'll just keep it the same, personally. Jalen Williams, I mean, that jump shot is atrocious. Like, I'm sorry. He needs to have a new jumper. He does. Or else he could possibly be the worst Invincible card in this game. Maybe Russ, but I feel like Jalen Williams is definitely out of here. Get out of here. Deodorant commercial. Now, I don't know, man. If they juice him up, he'll be okay, but he'll still probably be the worst Invincible, like, realistically, Walker Kessler Invincible is so crazy. Like, we haven't even gotten an Invincible card for, like, a bunch of all-time NBA players. Like, D-Rob doesn't have one. Tim Duncan doesn't have one. Those are just two Spurs. Garnett, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain. Like, I could just keep going and going and going, but Walker Kessler has one. That's actually just crazy to think about. I haven't used his release. Somebody let me know if they used this card at all and let me know what his release is like. I think I used the New Year's resolution one at one point for a little bit. I don't remember his release being, like, substantially terrible. I just don't remember it at all, so it's probably just very mid. But shout out to Walker Kessler, I guess, for getting an Invincible card. He'll be maxed out in everything. He's going to be able to dribble, too, which is just so funny, man. Oh, that's going to be good stuff. I'm actually excited for this. I would assume that all 5 of these Invincibles are going to be available in the Invincible option pack. Wemby is going to be a tough one. I'm not sure if they're going to put him in there, but I would guess they put Wemby in with, like, Paolo Banchero and, like, the, 200K VC. You get to choose one of these 2 guys packs. Maybe they throw this Wemby in there, but I don't think so. So it just kind of depends. Evan Mobley, 7 foot tall. His release is kind of meh. So I would like them to change it, but I don't think they will. Realistically, once again, just going to be a better version of this exact same card. Ye is going to be able to dribble a little bit better. He's going to be able to play defense a little bit better. His jump shot's just going to be the one thing that, like, hampers him and holds him bound, though. Like, honestly, I don't mind it, but it's not great. Like, let's call it like it is, Jabari, 6'10". He does look a little bit smaller than 6'10", I will say, though. But I do like his release. I think his release is really good. I think I'm very quick. You're going to see it be a lot better. They'll juice his tendos, and obviously he'll have, like, MJ dribble style and stuff. So you could actually see Jabari being sneakily, like, one of the better. I'm not going to say he's going to be, like, a top 10 small forward in the game, but you could sneakily see him be, like, a very, very good Small forward. Does he play shooting guard? No, just small forward. He's going to be pretty solid overall, honestly. Then we got Paolo. 6'10", 7-foot wingspan. I mean, I don't know what release they give him. That's the thing. I don't know if they're just going to go Kevin Porter Jr. with it. I hope they don't. Because that just means like every card we're going to get for the remainder of the year is just going to be Kevin Porter Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., Kevin Porter Jr. release. And I'm really hoping that that's not the case. They're obviously going to change his escape, his size up, all that good stuff, make those all meta. As far as the release goes, though, I actually don't mind Paolo's. I think it's fine, but they're obviously going to change it. I would guess when it comes to the forwards that they would go with like O'Shea or Kuzma maybe. Unless I'm forgetting a release. I feel like those are the only two meta ones. I feel like Kevin Porter Jr. is so much more meta than every other release in the game that it's just like hard to even bring up like additional ones that they might use. I mean, Paolo's player build is huge and you max out everything and he's going to be annoying. He's definitely going to be annoying because he's 6'10", just like Durant, but well, Durant might be 6'11" this year, honestly. I actually don't know. But he's also huge. Like, he's yoked. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do there. Like, I just don't know. I really just don't know. So then we got Victor. I mean, obviously, we've been waiting on Victor Wembanyama all year. We know what's going on here. He's 7'2", but honestly, nobody really has an exact measurement on him. If I had to guess, he'd be like a max wingspan. Kristaps Porzingis would be like the best guess. Scoot Henderson not in this, by the way? No, there's no Scoot. Wow, there isn't. There isn't a Scoot. That's actually kind of crazy. I didn't even notice that. That's nuts. But yeah, I would guess like max wingspan. So think Kristaps Porzingis with like Dino's wingspan, right? That would be what I assume Wemby is going to be. Because like I don't know what Kristaps wingspan, 7'6". So I would assume it's going to be Kristaps with Dino wingspan. Like that's kind of what we're looking at here. What jump shot they give him, I don't know. What do they give Bol? Is it Bol release? Yeah, it might be Bol release. I think they're going to give him two different jump shots. I think the next one's going to have a different jump shot, the Invincible, but I could just be speculating wildly. There is obviously the position change too. I mean, the fact that he's 7'2", Invincible that plays small forward is not really that tight. This card, like I said, I think is going to be in the option pack with Paolo. So, you know, I don't think anyone's going to choose Paolo, basically, is what I'm saying. I think everyone's going to take Wemby. And, yeah, he's going to be cracked, man. As far as the rest of these guys, though, like, I don't really know. Like, I know a bit about Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's pretty good. You know, he's 6'9". He's playing the 2-guard, too. So, I mean, they're probably going to make him, like, a slightly worse version of Durant, you know, that we got last week. Shout out to him. I think he'll be pretty good. Who else we got here? Who are the other ones? So we got like Cam Whitmore. I'm not familiar with some of these guys, I'll be honest. Look, you know what? As a content creator, I feel like I should be upfront when I don't know shit. And I don't know anything about half these guys. So he's 6'7". He plays small forward. They'll probably make him play. What do we got here? We got point guard eligibility, small forward, shooting guard. Meh. Cam Whitmore will be okay. Let's see, Jarace Walker. Let's see what's up with him. He is a 6'8" power forward, small forward. I mean, yeah, cool, I guess. What about Grady Dick? I just love that name. I don't even know where he came. Grady Dick height is a wild sentence. He's 6'8" though, dude. He's from Kansas. He plays small forward, shooting guard. Does he play a little point guard? No, he's a shooting guard. Okay. I mean, I gotta pick him up. Like, look at this guy. I have to. I have no choice. Like, he looks so innocent, which means he's done horrible things. Let's see. Kaysen Wallace. I hope I'm saying that right. I just don't know how to say his name, to be honest. 6'4", point guard. So he's basically gonna be like Jaden Ivey or something, essentially. Like, that's a good representation of like what he's gonna bring to the squad. What about Anthony Black? So are none of the big point guards in this set? He is 6'7". He is a point guard, right? Yeah, so we do have like a 6'7" point guard. He should be all right. Let's see with Thompson, right? I like a good set of twins, you know? He's 6'7", small forward. Okay, cool. What about Amen, which is a pretty sick name also. He is 6'7" point guard. Okay, so they played for overtime elite. So why Scoot? Why is Scoot not in this set? I'm very confused. Like, what's up with that? Why is he not there? I'm confused. Whatever. You know, that's beyond my pay grade. Keontae George, which I'm not kidding. It just sounds like a player who plays in the NBA. I like his little timepiece tattoo. That's pretty cool. 6'4" point guard. Okay. So realistically, it looks like the Thompsons are going to be pretty fire. Like, Amen Thompson specifically. Anthony Black's probably going to be pretty good. Honestly, Grady Dick's probably going to be good. I guarantee they give him like KPJ release for like no reason whatsoever. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was, but I don't think I'm kidding about that. Walker might be okay. Cam Whitmore might be okay. He does not play point guard though, so maybe he'll be decent. I think Brandon Miller will actually be fire. Victor obviously is going to be heat, but like out of the non-Victor next players, I feel like the best ones are probably going to be Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller, and maybe like Grady Dick, right? That's going to be my guess, right? And then for the Invincibles, like I think Jabari Smith will actually be a lot better than people realize. Mobley will be good with kind of a weak jump shot. Cade will be solid. Jalen Williams and Walker Kessler. Well, Walker Kessler will be okay, and then Jalen Williams will probably suck unless they change his jump shot. Victor's obviously going to be the most broken out of all of them. I feel like he's going to be more broken than End Game Paolo. But let's go take a look at what this is doing to the market, because I guarantee it's causing a few ripples. I mean, they're already advertising Victor like in the game, so that's not a good sign. I feel like if he's just straight buyable, that's going to be broken, man. If you can just cop him for 200K like you could with the Encore set, like him or Paolo, you get to choose. Oh, man, everybody's going to have Victor. 2K is going to basically print money if they do that. So they would be foolish, actually, to not do that. This is what I've said all along, is they should be doing things like this. Yes, the cards should be cheaper, for sure. 100%. I am 100% on board with the cards being less expensive. Like, they should be less expensive. But still better than packs, but that being said, there is room for improvement. I feel like that kind of concept is lost on a lot of people when you start to talk about these nuanced issues in my team. Like, oh, well, this is better than packs, so it's good. It's better than packs, yes. Could it improve? Also, yes. Like, $50 US for a card a month and a half before the game dies is, like, not very good, you know? I would expect similar odds here, 20%. Makes sense. Obviously, they're going to be heavily weighted towards, you know, guys like Anthony Black, Grady Dick, Jarace Walker, Cason Wallace. Like, they're going to be heavily weighted towards those guys. I mean, we see this every single year when it comes to the next set. So it's just kind of something to think about. I didn't even see this. Oh, well, I don't want it, but I just didn't see it existed. So it's fine. Now, looking at cards, like, obviously, Durant, I mean, his price is like 600K anyway. You're looking at cards that are likely to take a pretty big hit. Kristaps Porzingis is up there for sure as somebody who's going to take a pretty big hit. He already wasn't the most expensive because you could just buy him straight up, but you know, he's going to take a hit due to Victor being there. I mean, you're obviously going to look at guys like Giannis too that might take a bit of a hit, but he's still Giannis. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar might take a little bit of a hit. Anybody who's going to play power forward or small forward is going to take a hit due to Victor existing. That's just how it is. I mean, even to a certain extent, I feel like someone like Bol Bol is going to take a hit. Now, he still locks in for Manute, who's straight up broken, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But yes, Bol Bol is going to take a little bit of a hit. You can look at Interdimensional One if you want a better example of who's going to take a hit. There's not very many of him up, but I would assume that he does. It's just, the other thing is we don't know how good some of these guys are going to be, so we don't know who they're going to affect. Like someone like, is it Amen or Amen? I think it's Amen because it's like Amen, you know, bless up. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. I probably am. You guys in the grammar police always pull up and pull me over every single time I mispronounce a name, so, you know, get to it. I'm sure you're already there. We don't know how good someone like him's going to be. Like, he's 6'7", like he's a point guard, so it'll probably be pretty good, but we don't know what SIGs they're going to give him. But if you look at the last couple of years, like, they've sigged out these next cards. Like, these next cards are significantly better, you know, in the next set when they come out rather than next year. I think the only exception would probably be Mathurin at the beginning of this year, honestly, because Mathurin was like pretty good last year because he had that Gerald Wallace release, but it wasn't nearly as good as like Mathurin base actually was at the beginning of this year, you know. So we don't really know. I could assume that like Brandon Miller is going to affect the price of some of the bigger shooting guards. You know, like Thompson's going to affect the price of like bigger point guards, I would assume. But really, truly, we just don't know. And I don't think any of the Invincibles are really affecting the price of anyone because I feel like they're all kind of like not hyped aside from Victor. And Paolo, honestly, he's an endgame card, but I just don't think people really care all that much. So as always, it's been your friend Cheap Ludes. Hey, I will see you guys tomorrow. You know I'll be off work opening these packs. I shouldn't. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Peace.